And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. This will be fielded at the 6. First carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones, and he'll get this one up to the 26. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Lawletta. And that's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll fake it. Now Lawletta. Now he's flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go.
There you go. Double tight. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Single slot.
12.
On play action. Now Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Double tight.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Leopard! Over!
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. And that is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Break. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
65. Here we go.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
6. 11. 13. 11.
Play action, Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
You've got to know. Quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Leopard!
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey. We got 3 down.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
And Lauletta just beating the play clock. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
4 down.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, able to avoid him. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Leopard! Leopard!
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Tight end's right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Lauletta to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Coming off play action, Lauletta. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
65, 65.
This is Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
3 down, 3 down. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
120! 180!
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They run with Breida. Got some real estate inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
On second down, here's Lauletta. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
This is third and long. Here's Lauletta. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown advantage. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. On first down, Lauletta. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
53's the mic, 53.
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, 4 down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
11. Right over there. 6.
On first down, Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
6. 11. 11. 11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Well, fellas, here we go. Make it go.
Here we go. Check it look. Check it call.
13. Yes.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one goes for 36 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Green 39! Green 39!
Hey, 80's yours. 80's yours.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll running right through it. And he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Leopard! Leopard!
4 down, 4 down.
Gun! 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 Over!
From the red zone now, Loletta. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Wait. 21.
4 down. Check.
1, Omaha. Check 9. 21. 65, 65.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Baby, get him, boy.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep here for Bryant. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Martavis Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Now let's go. Green 39, green 39.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Section 19, row 33, seat 6. You have won 2 airline tickets to a destination of your choice. Please stop by the souvenirs counter at the lower level at the conclusion of the
Leopard! Leopard!
And don't forget to bring your
Stay right here. Stay on the right. Stay on the right. We got 4. We got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard!
3 down. 3 down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. It's caught. Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The 13 yards that time and a first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. Finding room inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. And this is incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
Check. Crunch.
Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Tack McKinley in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. They find some open field here. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Man left, man left.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
Here's Breida. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Breida. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
12, fellas, here we go. Yes!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 21.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go. What do you need? 11. 6. 12.
We got to step it up.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory.
Leopard! There you go.
3 down.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And some space here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season.
Double tight.
3 down. Here we go. Yes!
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw. And this will be caught at the 30. They give him a gain of 38. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brett Grimes. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Tampa Bay, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.